Yeah, so I did get the sabbatical to finish the book, but I already had a big chunk of it done. But as you know, you and other people know who work on things, you can have the ideas done and set, but there's so much more that comes to actually producing it and getting it out into the world. So a lot of that time was me doing those pieces, like finding an agent, selling the book, that sort of stuff. But I also was tethered to New York because I had a young daughter who was going to school there. So it wasn't like a sabbatical where you go do field work somewhere else. So I said, okay, if I have to be here and if there's, like something that I can learn that I don't already know or that I haven't already had opportunity to study, it would be interacting with people. Because, like, as an academic political scientist, most of the way that I know my subjects is through the text they've written or data. But I don't oftentimes just get to sit down with people one on one and like have it out. And so I was like, you have time. These things are cheap to obtain, so I went ahead and got 2 camping chairs and 1 camping table, and I made it pretty with like a nice little cloth. And then I had a sandwich sign that said, "Will you chat with me about politics for 3 minutes?" And then I had a sand timer, a 3-minute sand timer, and I invited anyone who wanted to talk to me to do that. And I only did it in nice places. It was always entrances to a park. It was never like a Subway or Times Square because I didn't want to get people in like a frenzied mood. I wanted to get them in like a happy mood for lots of reasons. But I think the biggest thing that I came away from that is, like, first, people were suspicious. They like thought I was going to try to like campaign or like sell them something or try to get them to sign up for something. But the bigger, like, substantive takeaway is a lot of people sort of saw themselves as like passengers on our game of politics, where they're like, "Oh, I really don't like where it's going," or "It makes me feel sick." And I'd hear them out because, like, this wasn't a time for me to convince anyone of things. But I came to the realization after doing this a number of times, we are not the passengers on this ship of democracy, we are the crew. And the faster you realize that, the more you can steer it to where you're going to go. You can link arms with other people who are doing this work and be more impactful by doing what rowers do, which is like move together, figure this out, point a direction. But if you're just like a passenger, it's like going to feel wobbly because you're not controlling it.
Yeah, yeah, like the crowd, the Norwegian soccer fans, they're rowing together. I love it.
Viking row, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.